Hello, this is your personal style consultant in the age of Zoom, and I welcome you back. And I know that some of you are probably asking, why do I always wear a hat? Well, the reason I wear a hat is probably the same reason that you wear a hat. I haven't been to a barber in over a year, in almost a year, and I'm sure many of you have done the same, not going to a barber. And if I wasn't wearing a hat, I'd look like a complete wild man. Now, I'm often asked, this was before the pandemic, by the way, as to where do you wear those fashionable clothes, the stylish clothes that I talk about? Is there any place you could actually wear them? Well, the answer is simple. Of course, there are places you can wear them, but you have to make the occasion. You have to make the occasion. The occasion may not just come to you. You may have to go find the occasion. And one place where you can definitely dress fashionably and stylishly and have a lot of fun and not feel out of place is at theme parties. Yes, theme parties. They're a lot of fun. And what is a theme party? Well, a theme party is where everybody gets dressed up according to a particular theme. But the object is to use the clothing from your own wardrobe, not to go out and rent a costume, because that would be cheating. And quite frankly, that's not very creative. So that's that's the fun of a theme party. Okay. Now, what theme? Now, I know that you're going to tell me, well, look, this is the middle of the pandemic. I haven't been out of my, I haven't been socializing at all in person. Where am I? What are you talking about theme parties? Well, you could have theme parties on Zoom. Yes, Zoom. Look, I've already had Christmas parties on Zoom, and I've had black tie parties on Zoom. So, you could have a theme party on Zoom. Now, what are some of the theme parties that are coming up that you could organize and have some fun? Well, the one that's coming up the soonest is, of course, Mardi Gras. Now, that's one where you could really have a lot of fun. I'm sure most of you have been to a Mardi Gras party once or twice, or I've been to many of them, and they are fun. So what have I done to get ready for a Mardi Gras party? Well, I went into my wardrobe and I pulled some things out. And what I pulled out was an old summer suit, a tan summer suit, which you see here now. And that was in the days when there were summer suits and that stores, department stores and menswear stores sold summer suits. Well, they don't do that now. Of course, we know that. And then I paired it with a cobalt blue shirt and a funky tie. And of course, at a Mardi Gras party, always masks are the thing. Well, you don't have to have a mask, but it's fun to have one. And I'm wearing a Venetian mask made in Italy. And in case you didn't know, the mask is called Il Gatto in Italian, which means the cat. So if you didn't know, the mask is of a cat. I'm telling you that now. Okay, a fun mask. Of course, you don't have to spend a lot of money on a mask. This one was kind of pricey, but you could even make them yourself. And of course, I'm wearing a hat, and the hat is a Victorian smoking hat. Actually, I'm wearing it right now, and it's something you usually wear with a smoking jacket, which I have smoking jackets. So, but I like to wear them anyway. They keep me warm. Okay, well, that's Mardi Gras, and it's so fun. It's fun. Organize a Mardi Gras party on Zoom. So what is the next theme that's coming up, a theme party? Well, what's coming up is not what we usually think of as a theme party, but I think right now in the middle of a pandemic, we could think about it as a theme party, and that's St. Patrick's Day. Because unfortunately, this St. Patrick's Day doesn't look like there are going to be any St. Patrick's Day parades, which are a lot of fun. And I don't think there's going to be too much pub crawling. this St. Patrick's Day. But we could celebrate it at home. We could have a Zoom St. Patrick's Day party. So what have I done for St. Patrick's Day? Well, on St. Patrick's Day, you look for something green. Unfortunately, I don't have too much green in my wardrobe, but I found this forest green turtleneck sweater. I think it's pretty nice. I would have preferred to have something that's Kelly green. Of course, Kelly green is, something we associate with Ireland, but I don't have anything really good in Kelly green. Now, I matched it with a brown tweed jacket, and why a brown tweed jacket? Well, I don't have a jacket that's Donegal tweed. And now Donegal tweed is the tweed that we associate with Ireland. It's made in Ireland. It's weaved in Ireland. But I don't have anything like that. So the closest thing I had was this brown tweed. I thought that would work. I think it does. And for a hat, of course, there's always a hat with me. And that is we have a wool flat cap that's brownish, which checkered brownish wool flat cap. Of course, I would have preferred to have a Donegal tweed cap, but again, I don't have it. So you make do with what you have, and you'll have a lot of fun doing it. Okay, what is the next theme party that we could think about? Well, there's one that's always fun, and that's casino nights. Casino night parties, usually they're done, where the theme is, takes place in a casino and they're games of chance. But of course, they're not, no money really changes hands. It's play money and play chips. But they're a lot of fun, and they're usually sponsored by charities for a good cause. And usually people dress in the 1920s mode style. And the ladies have a lot of fun with that because they wear short dresses, flapper type dresses. Of course, most ladies have short dresses, so it's not a big problem. And for headwear, they make up their own. They can make their own up. You don't have to go and buy anything. You can just, look at some pictures of what they wore, and you can make something to wear on your head if you're a lady. The guys usually do a gangster look. Here's what you see is something like somewhat of a gangster look. The black shirt. I have a dark blue blazer, and I have a silver patterned tie that somebody gave me as a gift, and I think it works well. I've worn this before to casino nights. And for the hat, of course, is the tie, is the kicker here. And the hat that I have here, as you see, is a gray fedora. And it's sort of in the 1940s Humphrey Bogart style. It has a wide brim. It has a high crown, a relatively high crown, 5 inches. And it has a wide ribbon around, hat ribbon, which is 2 inches, which is very high. You don't see that very often now. You see maybe 1.5 inches or even less. And it works well. I always get compliments when I wear this hat. And I often get offers to buy it, but I'm not selling it, of course. But again, it's very fun. It's fun, these casino nights. You can do it on Zoom, and if you or some friends who have a roulette wheel, you could have a lot of fun with that. One of you becomes the croupier, and people make believe bets, or you can even do that with craps. One person is croupier for the craps, so people can make imaginary bets. So they're really a lot of fun, these casino night parties, and so I think that you would organize one on Zoom. I think it's a great idea. Okay, now the last one I think is the best and the most exciting and the most fun, and that is a Great Gatsby party. And A Great Gatsby is the name of a book written by F. Scott Fitzgerald. It takes place in the 1920s. And the main character's name was Gatsby, and he was a real character, that's for sure. And he was a snappy dresser too. So you can go with you can go with what you went with in the casino nights party, because that also is often done with a 1920s theme. And so the ladies could wear the same thing, the same flapper dresses, the same headgear, that they do, what they did for casino nights. Maybe they'll do something a little bit different. But guys, this guy Gatsby was a snappy dresser. And he was wearing, a lot of times he was wearing, a lot of the scenes take place. There was two films made of it, one with Robert Redford. And he was always, a lot of times he was in a tuxedo. So here you see a tuxedo, and it's a classic tuxedo. It has the peak lapels, a little on the wide side. That's very important. Have a peak lapels. The tuxedo shirt has a wing collar. A wing collar is very important. It's very important to have a wing collar. I wear even today. I always wear a wing collar, and in those days, you definitely wore a tuxedo shirt with a wing collar. And you also see that there's a vest. There's a vest instead of a cummerbund. There's a vest. Now, you don't see, people don't wear vests that much today when they're wearing tuxedos, but in those days they did wear vests quite often, and it's a good change of pace. If you do wear a lot of black tie, to have a vest, and if you don't really have one with your tuxedo, they're not expensive to buy. You can buy one, for under $60. So it's a fun thing to do. And of course, there's a dress coat. You have a dress coat here, a black dress coat, and there's a silk scarf, dark colored silk scarf. Really sets it off, sets the look off. So these great Gatsby parties, they're the greatest. They're really fun. And you should think of having one, and have one on Zoom. And I'm sure, again, it's fun. Clothing is fun. See what you can put together. I'm sure you have things you didn't even think about. And maybe you'll learn a little about the times at that time, how people dressed, how people comported themselves. Maybe you'll get some ideas to incorporate into your everyday wardrobe. All right, well, that's it for today. I thank you for joining me. And if you, please join me again. And if you like this video, you found it helpful, please indicate that. And please subscribe to my channel. And so guys, carpe diem, seize the day.